Good morning, Pantsers. It's Rant Week. So I wasn't feeling very ranty and I wasn't really sure what to talk about. And the other problem is that many of the things that make me feel ranty are things that you guys are kind of like on the same side I am, so there's no point in sort of coming here and being like, ah! Because, you know, it's preaching to the choir. Like, basically I'm just gonna come here and be like, and I'm not really giving you any new information, you know? I'm just having a temper tantrum, so like it seems kind of silly. But what the hell, it's Rant Week, so I guess that's the point. But as I say, I wasn't really feeling very ranty, and so I had to kind of search for something that was, you know, irritating me this week. And so I started thinking about, as many of you know, those of you who follow me on Tumblr remember that I have recently started watching the TV show Elementary, which is yet another Sherlock adaptation. And as you will no doubt recall, if you have been on Tumblr pretty much at any time in the last year, when Elementary was announced, the BBC Sherlock fandom went absolutely insane. And not in a good way. A lot of the BBC Sherlock fans became just incensed at the idea that an American network was going to put out a Sherlock adaptation. There was this sort of widespread idea that it was just going to be this, you know, shoddy American ripoff of the BBC Sherlock. And I'm not saying there haven't been shoddy American ripoffs of British TV shows, but there have been, you know, quality American ripoffs of British TV shows too. I mean, The Office did fine, and the American version of Queer as Folk, I hear that it's good. And the thing is, I mean, Sherlock is not a BBC original. Do you know what I mean? It's one of a billion adaptations of the Sherlock Holmes stories. And Elementary is just one more. And the thing that really bugged me the most about the way that people were reacting to the announcement that Elementary was going to be a thing that happened is that nobody knew anything about Elementary, right? It hadn't even been made yet. The only thing people knew at the time were that Johnny Lee Miller and Lucy Liu were going to be Holmes and Watson, respectively, and that it was going to be contemporary and take place in New York. That's it. That's everything people knew about it. They had nothing to judge it by, whether it was going to be good or bad, or whether it was going to be anything like the BBC Sherlock or not. And for the record, it is not. I think the whole thing is ridiculous, and it's so tedious, and like, why? I just think fandom wars are so unbelievably stupid. So stupid. First of all, it's stupid to have a temper tantrum about a show that literally does not even exist yet, and then when it does exist, you're having a temper tantrum about it and you haven't watched it. That's stupid. It's stupid to hate a TV show because the fans of that TV show were mean to you. So it's dumb for Elementary fans to hate the BBC Sherlock, and it's dumb for the BBC Sherlock fans to hate Elementary. And the whole thing is stupid because there's nothing that says you can't like both shows. I do. It's like that thing, you know, where people say like it's the Beatles or the Rolling Stones, like you can only like one, you can't like both. It's crap. And this is the stuff that bugs me. It's not about Sherlock and it's not about Elementary. It's about the way people treat each other and the way people like judge stuff that they haven't even looked at. It just bugs me, and I wish people would stop being nasty to each other for no reason, you know? You see what I mean about not presenting you guys with any new information in this? My thesis is people should be nice to each other. You know, it's like the song, it's okay to not like things, but don't be a dick about it. So, okay, I didn't write a story game thing this week because I just don't have time to do it, basically. But I did want to talk about a couple of things about it really quickly. One, Phoebe, I'm asking you this specifically because you are the person who named the character. In one place you refer to her as Alexandra with no I, and in another place you refer to her as Alexandria with an I. So my question is, which is it? And we should probably fix it for consistency's sake. And my other thing is, Oliver asked about like writing something up and just putting it into the file without filming it. I mean, it's up to you guys. My only problem with that is that eventually I would like for me or somebody to edit all of the story game bits together into a single video, and if some of them aren't on video, then that's going to be a problem. You can always feel free to upload your story game bit separately in a separate video, if that makes it easier. Possibly, like, you could leave it in the file and then the next person to make a video could read that bit along with their own bit, if that makes sense. I don't know. You guys come up with something too. It's your story game too. I don't know. My other thought for this week is I wanted to ask you guys, what do you want to do about the theme weeks? Do you want to keep doing them every week until we run out of themes? Or do you want to do them like every other week so that we have free weeks in between? Or what exactly? So that's it. Happy Rant Week! I hope you guys have fun doing the theme this week, and I hope your weeks are awesome. Best wishes!